Hi, my name is Sandra Allen, and I will be speaking to you today on the looking glass theory. If this is your first time hearing of the looking glass theory, you're probably wondering exactly what does that mean? Well, it's a sociology term, and what that means is it's a self-image in individual forms by imagining what others think of his or her behavior and appearance. It was introduced by Charles Cooley. A little known Mr. Cooley. He was born August 17, 1864 in Ann Arbor, Michigan. He was the fourth of six children. He was the son of Mary Horton and law school professor and state Supreme Court Justice Thomas Cooley. Young Cooley was somewhat of a withdrawn or a passive child, my text says. Cooley attended the public schools of Ann Arbor. He graduated high school in 1880. He graduated from the University of Michigan in 1887 and returned 1 year later to study political economics and sociology. He began teaching economics and sociology at the University of Michigan in 1892 and went on to receive his PhD in 1894. He married Elsie Jones in 1890, and with whom he had 3 children. Now, Cooley preferred an observational approach to his research. He did respect the use of statistics. However, he did prefer case studies, and for that he often would use his 3 children as the subjects of his observation. In his theory of the looking glass self, he states how we think of ourselves, our identities, are a reflection of how other people see us. And whether it's true or not, it really doesn't matter. It is those beliefs that truly shape our ideas about ourselves. Our inner feelings of the reactions of others toward us is more important than reality. This happens in different times of our lives as well. This self-idea has 3 principal elements. Our imagination on how others see our appearance, our imagination of the other's judgments of our appearance, and then our self-feeling, such as pride, humiliation, or shame. It's determined by the imaginations of the others. Children are so impressionable, and it's important for them to be told that you believe and see the best in them. When they hear these words and watch how you treat them, they're high achievers. There's a gospel song written and sang by Marvin Sapp, a gospel artist. And this is a line in the song. It says, "You saw the best in me when everyone else around could only see the worst in me." In this song, the songwriter is speaking to God, how God saw the best in him, and society saw the worst in him. And perhaps for a long time he believed what society had told him, and so he acted in that same way. Now, Dr. Imad Rahim, who is a professor in the College of Management and Technology at Walden University, he wrote about the differences in the looking glass theory and stereotypes. And I quote, he says, "One of the most interesting patterns that I noticed between the looking glass self and that of stereotypes is the role that our society plays. There's a strong comparison between the looking glass self and that of the influence of social stereotypes on the development of self. Now, stereotypes are seen as negative labeling, while looking glass self is viewed as normal. It's viewed as a normal experience by which we all through in discovering who we really are." Now, my 5-year-old grandson was riding in the car with me one day, and a song by Toby Mac, "Speak Life," was playing on the radio. All of a sudden he started singing the song. he says to me, Grandma, I like that song. You have to speak life to other people. You're supposed to speak life. And when you do it, it makes God happy. But when you don't, it makes him sad. I'm going to tell Justice, my cousin, that he needs to speak life. I was amazed at how he had picked up on the part of the song that spoke about speaking life. In Mr. Cooley's theories, as I had said, there are 3 points. So I'm going to simplify them in layman terms. First, you look at how you appear to others. And you decide how others may see you. And then you behave in that way. Now, the looking glass theory has proven that we are what people say we are. If I tell my nephew that he will do well and act as if I believe it in my actions, he will believe it and do well. As long as he's in a conducive environment, he needs to be around people who are telling him that they believe in him. The group that he hangs around, how they perceive him to be, is what he's going to see. As my grandson says, we must speak life in every situation and to everyone that we come in contact with. Speak life to our children so that they will prosper. Speak life on our jobs so that we will do well. Speak life in our households and definitely in our house of faith. In conclusion, I'll leave you with some powerful words from Proverbs 18:21. For it says, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that shall eat the fruit thereof. The looking glass self. When I look at myself, I see great things. When others see me, I believe they see good things. Whether they do or not, that's what I see. That's what I believe. And as a result, I act accordingly. How do you see yourself? How do you see others? Speak life. Speak life and watch God move.